That's it! Down! What's that? We're waiting! Down! That's it! Down! What's that? That's it! What's that? That's it! Down! What's that? Monday, down! Down! We're waiting! White down! Where's it at? Where's it at? Down! What's that? That's it! Down! What's it at? That's it! Down! Down! Where's it at? Monday, down! That's it! Down! That's it! White down! That's it! That's it! Down! Where's it at? Down! Where's it at? Monday, down! We're waiting! Down! Where's it at?
Okay, get set. Ready. Out! Ready. Ready, set. Go ahead. Set. Slide. Out! Out! Get on! All right. Set. Ready. Get on! Ready. Set. Yeah, ready. Set. Ready. Set. Out, set. Get safe. Go ahead. Out. 44. Ready. Go ahead. Ready, set. Ready. Set. All right, come on. Out with that. Get safe. Out. Ready, set. Go ahead. Set. Get set. Set. Get on.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. He comes in fourth in the NFL in receiving yardage. It's the Dolphins and the Raiders, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now Carr. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times in his mind.
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern.
Returnable for Grant. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The Dolphins sit 6-3 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Now a short one to Gesicki. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on 4th down. They're going to go for it.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
You talk about this Miami defense.
And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Throwing his car on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? It used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
Ball start. Offense.
Colton Miller, former 1st-round pick, called for the penalty there.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. On play action, now Carr.
Same target. It's Jacobs again.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Now a play fake. Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Achane.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 5.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
Shoves him aside. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run for it with Achane. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first down, back to Achane. He'll get this down to the 38.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the gun, it's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30. Running left, Achane. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that will be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They are coming off the game last week, which a very interesting game in Charles. Ultimately, it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
Carr now on first down. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd and 5. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. Again, it's Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Right back to Achane on second down.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Tua. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
On second down, a run by Achane.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
65 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Here's Carr.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton,
They look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
And milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Matt Hawk on to punt this one away from Miami. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in this second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in 1 play, that quick interception. But they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
On second down, Tua got his man complete over the middle. It's Parker. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to pass. Tua able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Tua now on first down. That one into the hands of Laird. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he stopped for no gain. And it's second down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's complete to Parker left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Now Tua. He's got it. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll run it. HN with it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed, because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
Sanders' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Carr. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Meanwhile, Carr's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. To throw his Carr. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Renfro bringing it in over the middle. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on second and long. Carr, he's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Parker.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Tua.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami set to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches, don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Tua sets up to pass it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurt.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Khalil Mack. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now after the INT, it's Carr.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Throwing now is Carr.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Carr.
Caught by Mayer.
And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
And they can thank their defense for this one. They were set up with a short field following the turnover, but they took care of business as well, working their way down and finishing with a strong run into the end zone for their first touchdown of the game.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. The drive starts with a run from Achane. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Tua now on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. To the right side, he's got Parker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
A give, running right, Achane. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Elijah Higgins. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On second down, Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing his car on third down. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On play action, here's Tua. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see some on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A good pickup there, a 22.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Carr going to throw. The open man here, Renfro. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and a couple.
Back now in Miami. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On play action, it's Carr.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Touchdown Raiders.
Trey Tucker,
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
and the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
The Raiders offense ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Here's Carr. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
From midfield, here's Carr.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now Carr on the bootleg. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
There it is, partner. You see it.
Four fingers.
You're holding
what
up
does that
four
mean?
fingers. That signifies the fourth quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond.
This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they have to try and move past that pick-6 because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
That is caught, and he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Yeah, the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on third down. To throw his Carr.
Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Tua now on first down. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Tua to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, first and 10. And they'll give this to Achane. They'll get this up to about the 44. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. Tua going to throw. Throwing the out route, he's got Parker. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So Carr and the Raiders now down 27-24, 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it first and 10. Tucker hauls it in over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Carr to throw on second down. Able to connect with Jacobs.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Carr to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Carr. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Carr completes it.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Carr.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Throwing his Carr. Back to Renfro again, complete.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Carr.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So now it's the Dolphins' turn, trailing by 4. A little under 40 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down.
Throwing Tua. And this is caught by Parker.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
Tua.
As they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that's complete to Grant.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Here's Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Now Tua.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays. And
nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
What a thrilling 4th quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding
Here we go, hey. Out we go. Half 18, half 18. Apple, apple. Here we go. Up we go. Half 88, half 88, half 88. Up we go. Okay, here we go. Up we go. Chip. Up we go. Okay, here we go. Up. Up, go. Half, 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 half. Up, go. Half, 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 half. Up we go. 56. Up we go. Cadence, lock in the cadence, lock in the cadence. Up we go. Half 18, half 18. Up. Here we go. Calm, calm, calm. Up we go. Chip. Up we go. Half jumbo, half jumbo. Up we go. Here we go. Apple, apple. Here we go, hey. Up we go. Half jumbo, half jumbo. Up we go. Momo, Momo, Momo. Up we go. Here we go. Up we go. Here we go, hey. Up we go. Half 18, half 18. Here we go. Up we go. Half 88, half 88, half 88. Up we go. here we go. Up, jump. Chip. Up and go. Okay, here we go. Up, jump.
Jahan! Where's Jahan? Where's Jahan? Jahan! 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 Where's Jahan? Jahan! 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 Where's Jahan? Jahan! Where's Jahan? Jahan! Where's Jahan?
that? Jahan! Wait, Jahan! 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 Wait, Jahan! 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 Wait, Jahan! Jahan! Wait, Jahan! Wait, Jahan! Jahan! Wait, Jahan! Jahan! Wait. Jahan! Wait, Jahan! Jahan! Wait, Jahan! Jahan! Wait, Jahan! 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 Wait, Jahan! 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 Wait, Jahan! Jahan! Wait, Jahan! Jahan! Wait, Jahan! 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 Wait, Jahan! 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 Wait, Jahan! Wait, Jahan! Ready, ready! Ready, ready! go. Huh. On the jump. Check go. Ready. Ready. Go. Go. Set. Ready. Set up. Set up. Got it. Ready? Hot, hot. The hot. What's up? What's up? The hot. What's up? What's up? The hot. What's up? The hot. What's up? The hot. What's the hot?
It's Week 11 of the NFL, and we'll see Kirk Cousins. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Commanders and the Giants, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
And sometimes when you're in the middle of a losing streak, being on the road is exactly what you want. You can only depend on each other. Let's see if they can use that as fuel in this ball game.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And the Giants send out their punter now. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Bringing them out, a guy who's top 30 all-time in yards and touchdowns. Not bad for a 4th-round pick back in 2012. Captain Kirk Cousins.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
The numbers for McLaurin a week ago. 7 catches, 72 yards.
and I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Throwing, Cousins. Open man here, Sims complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing is Cousins. Robinson's got it. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. To throw, Cousins.
And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
You talk about this Giant defense.
Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A first down throw for Cousins. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. Incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team. That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
Play action now. Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 55 yards.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
Now Jones.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, Jones.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
Jonathan Allen able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 19 yards that time for number 19. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Slayton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Chase Young from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. 2nd down and 8. Off the bootleg. Jones. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. 3rd and 7 now. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Backed up here, tough spot. On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception,
navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins.
Complete, it's Dotson.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Cousins. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
3rd and long for Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. In motion left is Beckham.
Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Barkley sidestepping his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Slide for the PAT.
And it is now 21-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now it's Crowder. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And the Washington offense heading out. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Throwing again. Jones. Caught left side. It's Beckham. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Sly able to put this one through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Cousins to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
The Washington offense set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
down.
You
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Cousins. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
On is the punter long here as he sends this one away.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
The Washington offense set to take over again. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick
during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
straight ahead. It's Robinson.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sims. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult 1st half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
1st down. Here's Cousins.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Cousins. And he rifles one incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. I mean, 4 interceptions here in the 1st half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football. While we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short throw to Ingram. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing Jones. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3rd down and 1. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20. Not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd and 7. To throw, Cousins. That's caught by Sims. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Cousins on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And the tackle there by Micah McFadden. This a 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. Oh, and that is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Cousins now. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And his kick here is good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. And, Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him. But, you know, the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make. And that way, you try and get his confidence back up.
From the 35, here's the 2nd down and 6.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Robinson up the middle.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Cousins.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
10 more there and another first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Cousins. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Cousins. His pass caught at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And
he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the third quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. Remember, right now they are on a 6-game losing streak, trying to snap that. And a good sign is they've got the lead in the football. They begin with a run by Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Now Jones. That is caught. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
A short throw to Ingram, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
1st down Giants, Jones to Ingram.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Montez Sweat with a tackle. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Jones. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
They come in off a touchdown drive. The last time they had the ball, that cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
Following the interception, Cousins.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Hand off now to Robinson.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Robinson. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Cousins to throw it.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. First down. Here's Cousins. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play. But the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows. Erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Cousins. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And the Giants send out their punter now. Standing just about on his own goal line. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On the give, here's Robinson.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Throwing left sideline complete. It's Sims. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll run with Gibson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Now Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. An inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Long converted the field goal. Now he handles the kickoff duties. Ballantyne now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And New York set to take the field. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Deron Payne with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here is 3rd and 5. To throw is Cousins. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. On the run, it's Robinson. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 2nd down, Cousins. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Okay, here we go.
2nd and 11. Barkley, inside handoff. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing.